My name is Rae, and one thing you don't know about me is that this is the fourth time that I'm recording this. So, I had a lot of plans that didn't end up working out. So, this first video is just going to be my introduction. My name is Rae. I'm an aspiring author, writer. I've been writing since I was pretty young. My dad always said that, he still says that I was always writing little short, silly stories since I was like 8 or 7. So that's just something that has always been a thing that I wanted to do. The one thing that I remember answering when people asked me what I wanted to do when I grew up was to become a writer. And in this day and age, that also means content creation because I need to have an audience that hopefully would want to read my book at some point. And I am currently writing a project called Project Prophecy that I am hoping to have out by the beginning of next year. And I pushed that deadline. I originally wanted to have this book out by November of this year. Sadly, last April, 3 months ago, my brother had an accident and he sustained very serious brain injuries, and that means that I've become his primary caretaker, and I am also chronically ill, and my brain is just a mismatch of things. I have dyslexia. I have ADHD and fibromyalgia, so pretty much my brain doesn't quite work. And this also means that sometimes I'm just a useless human. And now also adding the fact that I have to take care of my brother in a way that is very physically demanding because there is a lot of cleaning after him, there is a lot of taking him to doctor appointments, therapy appointments, and all of this pretty much has left me with very little energy to focus on my hobbies and my side hustles. I also work a 9 to 6 job, and I also do little side things with crochet. I make wearables, keychains, things that people ask me really. And lately it has been a lot. One of my dogs recently had surgery to remove a lump that thankfully turned out to be just a fat cyst. And but I'm also like taking care of her, cleaning her wound, giving her meds, and then I need to take her to have the stitches out. So what I'm trying to say is my self-imposed deadlines are out of the question now. I no longer my original plan was to start making content and videos back in April, but then I spent an entire month in a hospital, pretty much, next to my brother, and now I spend most of my time. I'm lucky I work from home, so I spend most of my time helping him, taking care of him, taking care of reminding him that he needs to eat, that he needs to sleep, that he needs to go to the bathroom. He's independent physically, but mentally, there was a lot. Anyway, um, my goal was my original deadline was that once I reach 15K in my current project, I would start talking about it publicly. I did that a couple of weeks ago. Well, no, like a month ago, a month and a half ago maybe. I haven't really touched the dog since because I've been pretty busy. I had a flare up, so I was just out of commission for a while. And anyway, that's that. Now, I'm gonna try. It's very scary because I'm not a fan of talking. I'm not a fan of um, being social, being perceived. I'm not a fan of any of that. And this is very scary, but I'm trying and I'm gonna keep trying, hopefully. I don't know, I have recorded this 4 times and I'm still deleting and not editing and deleting, and it's been a lot. And I'm recording this in an old phone, so hopefully it will look fine. I'm using the phone headphones as a microphone. Hopefully that will sound fine as well. And I'm just hoping for the best, honestly. I'm probably gonna change where I record from in the future, but for now, this is what you get. My plan for this channel is mostly just going to be writing updates and stuff like that. Maybe you'll get some crochet content, mostly because it's something that I also do a lot, and personal projects and orders from other people. And also, I might just take you around in like my day to day. I don't know. I am a big DIY girly, so I might take you on my ventures of DIYing stuff around my house. I moved to my place almost a year ago, and like my walls are still white, and there's some stuff that I need to fix around the house. So I might take you with me when on those adventures as well. Who knows? Um, but that's probably just gonna be very casual. My original plan was to have a video every 2 weeks, so I would have like enough content to put out something good-ish if anyone is gonna watch this. Um, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that anymore. So I'm probably just gonna do maybe every 3 weeks. So probably once a month, just like an update. I'm gonna leave you my social media at the end of the video, but I suck at social media. Just letting you know, I suck. I rarely check them. I'm just very busy at the moment. And anyway, my project, it's a horror novella. That was my goal. I wanted to write a little bit over 30K, but I hit 50K a bit ago, and I'm not really of the halfway point of the story, so it's probably gonna be a little longer, but I don't think it's gonna be like a full novel. I don't think I'm gonna hit 50K, but so far that's like my idea. I'm gonna make a mood board because I wanna upload my project to this writer server that I recently joined, that I am loving being there. Everyone is so nice, everyone is so helpful, and they are just very great folks. so I really love being there. Watching their videos this past month has been one of the things that has pushed me to actually start and do something. So that's that. And that's probably of my book. It's following a nun and in an orphanage where weird demonic things start to happen, and then the church, like the higher ups on the church, gets involved, and there's sinister things happening with the church. If you are a fan of The Omen, you're probably going to like this book, hopefully. I have been a fan of horror movies, books, anything my entire life. And this is just something that I've been having so much fun writing. And am normally an over planner. I write fan fiction as well, and usually for my fan fiction I have like one outline, and then a second outline, and then a third outline, and then there's post-its all over my outlines because I like outlining by hand. And there's post-its all over, like pointing out plot points, when they end, when they start, when they mix. But for this project, I'm actually pantsing the entire thing. I'm just writing it as I go. I have a main idea, and I have like the concept of how I want things to progress. I in the same doc where I'm writing the book, I have like 600 words where I just have like the idea that I had at the beginning, and then I'm just writing chapter by chapter and trying to figure out where the story goes next. And like I said before, I have ADHD, and when I started writing this book, I was also very active in my fandom, so I was also writing a lot of fan fiction, and that helped me to have like a lot of different projects at the same time. I am no longer as active because of everything going on. I decided to not use my energy, my very limited time and energy on fan fiction at the moment. I decided to stay just working on my original stuff. So it is likely that I am gonna start a second project just because my brain sort of works like that. I need to have at least two things going on, or I will get stuck. I know myself. So there is likely that within like the next week or so, I might start Project Midnight. We're gonna call it Project Midnight. I have a working title at the moment, or Project Caves. That either one of those will be cool. Project Midnight is a science fiction post-apocalyptic book that is if you're a fan of conspiracy theories just for the laugh, like you don't believe them but you have like fun listening to them and stuff like that, you might like this book. And it's solely based on the fact that I grew up with a dad that's a little cuckoo. He's a very conspiracy theorist guy, and I had this idea and I just thought it would be fun. So it's sort of like a comedy, science fiction, post-apocalypse. And Caves is a horror as well. But that one I'm still not clear on a lot of things, but it is a horror book. There is people that die, and there is monsters that live in caves, of course, and stuff like that. But I'm not sure which one is gonna be my B project just yet, but it's gonna be either one of those. And yeah, I think that's probably it for this video. Like I said, I am going to try and get like footage throughout these next 3 weeks, so hopefully by August, yeah, that's the next month, Damn. Anyway, hopefully by August, I will have maybe a longer video, maybe some updates on my book. On either one, hopefully by then I have chosen my B project, and maybe I can show you a little bit more. My current plan for all of my books going forward is going to be self-publishing, mostly because I don't have neither the emotional capacity nor the mental energy for a querying process. I don't think I have it in me right now, so but that doesn't mean that I'm going to sacrifice quality. I plan on doing 3 revisions of the drafts. I plan on asking people to beta read. I plan on maybe workshop. The server that I'm currently on is like offering maybe workshopping with other writers events, and I'm gonna try to see if I can sign up at one point when things are a little bit less crazy here. But the point is I can't afford an editor, and I know that, but I'm gonna try my hardest to get this book to a point where I am not only proud of it, but to a point that I'm sure or almost sure that it's in a form that I can have it out in the world and not worry about the quality. Because I know that people might not like it because they don't like my style, they won't like the plot, they won't like the characters, but I'm gonna try that quality is not one of the reasons that people are not reading the book. I am a big fan of. I was trying to see if I have the books on hand, and I do. I have them right here. I am a big fan of Nora Sakavic, and I don't know if you guys have read these books. The All for the Games saga. It's a little insane. I'm not gonna lie, but my point was I like her concept of covers. I like that they are simple. It's just something symbolic. The title, her name. I really like this, and I know that she's a self-publishing author, and you can see my tabs here. Anyway, I need to get the last book on physical. I only have it on my Kindle, and it's bothering me. It's bothering me that that he's not here with his brothers. Anyway, that's for other time. So I'm probably also going to be doing a very simple cover. I've been thinking about the cover for a few weeks now, just because I'm like this. I draw sometimes. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I was thinking of making my own cover, but we'll see. And I am going to take you on this journey with me of everything. So hopefully this video makes sense, and hopefully it's not as long as the recording time that I'm seeing right now. And I hope to see you here in 3 weeks, possibly, maybe, hopefully 3 weeks. And I'm going to ask you, if you like me just had this video on the background while you were doing stuff, what were you doing? So that's it from me, and hopefully I will see you soon. Okay.